Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet VGC video. I'm your host, Jose Rocks, and today we have another episode of Journey Through VGC. The current format we are in is Regulation F. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Alright, y'all, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be playing more games with this Raging Bolt Entei team, and we were able to showcase, a little bit more of what Entei can do in this video, so stay tuned, and I hope you guys enjoy it. There's a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste down in the description below. And let me know with a comment what do you guys think of the duo of Raging Bolt and Entei. It did just win a regional, and this is kind of like my take on this type of archetype. So let me know if you think just period if the Raging Bolt Entei archetype is going to be something that's going to last throughout the longevity of Regulation F. But that's going to be it. Let's get into these battles. Alright, so for our first match, we have Rillaboom, Incineroar, Urshifu, with Gholdengo, Tornadus, and Landers. So he definitely wants to play fast, so he's not going to like a Trick Room move. I don't really see him having much to stop me from getting it up. And I think Raging Bolt can kind of clean through his team. I actually like leading Urshifu here over Incineroar. Raging Bolt and Chien. Chien just hits so many for super effective on this team. And the reason I like Urshifu is that Incineroar, I can get a fake out, of course, but if he leads like Gholdengo plus Tornadus and just Tera's Gholdengo, like I'm not really doing much, and he can intimidate me with his own Incineroar, which I suspect he'll bring. And Incineroar's not really gonna do much damage with the rain up. So that's why I'm kind of bringing Urshifu to kind of threaten some damage. And since I'm Choice Scarf, like he has to Tailwind turn 1, and of course with him Tailwinding, that means that I can get Trick Room up. Yeah, see, you let Landers. So you literally have to Tera, you have to Tailwind here. Or I can just remove your Landers. I'm gonna Trick Room here. No need for me to Tera yet. He may switch into Rillaboom. I'm just gonna regular Surge and Strikes here. I think he may switch into Rilla. Yeah. Should be Rilla here. I could have U-turned into Raging Bolt here. He does miss. Does he miss Ursh? He does miss Ursh. Alright, so now we're kind of rolling. I think I want to just throw spray. Hyper Voice here, switch into Bolt. A U-turn there would have been crazy play because the Bleak Wind just... I resist that. And that was the idea behind my Urshifu lead, but I thought in case he tries to get greedy and reads me going for a U-turn, I can just get like a Surge and Strikes off, but that was a bit greedy. But the chip damage is fine on Rillaboom, but we could have sped this game up a bit. But as long as we remove Tornadus, then my Urshifu is primed to sweep in the endgame, since he missed that Bleak Wind. wonder did he click high horsepower into? Yeah. That's fine. I mean, he doesn't have any priority. I kind of want to scout or protect here and install out my own trick room. That way next turn I can probably pick up a double KO. I think he should go into my Raging Bolt slot. Okay, this is a good switch by him. Okay, so this is still a double KO next turn. I suspect that he's gonna protect Landers here. He should. Nice. Alright, so we don't lose anything this turn, but we get a psychic off. Nice. There's only switching his Gouging, right? We know he has Landers in the back. Would he bring? Gouging doesn't look good. I mean, I have electric type, a water type, and 2 fire types. So if anything, it's definitely Urshifu in the back. And Urshifu can't take this double up, so there should be a double KO here. If he switches, anything in the back is getting KO'd. Unless he switches Rilla like on the Tornado slot. Right, so he's conserving the Landers. Unless he brought Gouging, this should be a KO in this slot. Yeah. But we KO Rilla, which is fine by me. Alright, nice. We heal up a little bit. Oh, we still have one more turn to trick him. So same thing, he should protect Landers. If it's Urshifu, he's not gonna bring it in here because it can't protect. Most likely it's Choice Scarf. And I kind of feel like he's going for that read. I mean, it was kind of obvious that I was gonna switch out Urshifu, but yeah, so it's definitely Scarf Urshifu in the back. So Hyper Voice here. Dragon Pulse this slot. My Farigiraf is slower than Raging Bolt, right? Just had to make sure. Check everything. Because it should always underspeed it. So Dragon Pulse will get redirected into Landers. So this is the cover for like a switch, but Landers is not switching. I mean, Tornadus is not switching. But now he just set up the rain for my Urshifu. He might have his Urshifu. I'm just gonna Thunderclap. He's gonna have to show me that he has Protect. And I don't need Trick Room anymore at this point. This Lone Neck duo is so dominant right now. Yeah. So your Choice Scarf, you just lose it immediately. And I'm just gonna Psychic Landers. That should pick up the KO there. And we still haven't Tera Jet either. He spent so many resources with all the switching and defensive plays, but it hasn't really worked out for him. I think he should have stayed in that turn Rillaboom and tried to survive. Because he may have survived the psychic, I'm not sure. He could have got off another high horsepower, which did over 50%. He does have a Tera on Urshifu. It's Tera water. I mean, are you focused, Sash? Yeah, and it just gets knocked out. That's exactly how I felt with my Urshifu. It just gets one hit KO and wiped. It's so strong. And Substitute doesn't really accomplish you much there because I didn't hit triple. But I think even if he hit that Bleak Wind turn 1 on Urshifu, he may have KO'd me. If not, I don't think it would have changed much. Ooh, that was a lot. Nice. And we don't lose a single mine. Raging Bolt took a high horsepower pretty much and sat on the field. And that's the thing, like, if you may have Landorus that counters, it doesn't 100% counter because I can just Dragon Pulse you, but it's usually faster and hits you for super effective damage threats and 1-hit KO. If you can't really target me or you're not moving first, and you have to play defensive, then you're never really in a great spot, right? And just hitting the one Hyper Voice on Landorus always kept it in range of a Dragon Pulse, so it never felt comfortable just being on the field. So that's pretty much like a showcase of how you kind of use Farigiraf. And like we didn't even use Fake Out to set up Trick Room. Like Farigiraf was honestly just very dominant there. It wasn't able to just be removed with 1-hit KO because he doesn't even have any dark damage. But let's get into the next one. Ooh, this is an interesting team. So my opponent has Cleavor, Landorus Eye, Raging Bolt, Rillaboom, Incineroar, and Urshifu. So the Raging Bolt spooks me a little bit. I really want to threaten with my Urshifu. Farigiraf in the back, and do I really leave Entei again? Yes, he has the rock coverage and the water coverage, ground coverage. Too much for the fire types. I really don't like leaving my Entei right now, but I don't have the defensive Tera on it because I wanted Tera Fire because I really wanted to go for some big Sacred Fires, but I haven't been in a position to. See, he just led 2 things that are good into that. I don't think Cleavor can take a double up from these 2. I know that Landorus is gonna switch. I think he might be Water Tail. Kind of want to try to just remove it before it can attack. Oh, he switched that slot. Okay, I mean, you're taking double. You really just gonna leave Landorus in the open like that? That's kind of crazy. That was actually pretty crazy. Those come. I mean, I feel like Silver Strikes looks good here. I'm just gonna close combat this slide and protect, because I think Cleaver has some type of priority. Does it get faint? If it gets faint, this is a bad play. Yeah. Totally forgot about that. I think this is a loss because now he can. I still have my Tera. I think I'm gonna try to thunderclap this in case it doesn't go for it. There's no real need for me to Tera right here. Oh, he did try to go for a bug type attack. Okay. Reading me protecting the Raging Bolt. So hopefully just Sensor he can miss. Ah, he doesn't miss anymore. So close. Alright, so it's up to Farigiraf. I can't believe he went for Sash here. I think he went for a bug type attack. My only hope is this is like a 2-hit KO into Landers. Psychic will KO that next turn. Yeah, I got a double crit here. Yeah, I had the double crit there. I played it wrong with. I totally forgot about the feint. I knew it had feint too. Yeah, good battle. Yeah. I know exactly what I did wrong in that one. Alright, let's get into the next one. Alright, so we have another Chien Entei team. And he's pretty fast oriented. So I think I'm going to go with my Trick Room mode. I don't see too much downside to that. Raging Bolt. I know I don't want to bring Urshifu here, but Chien actually goes crazy here. Entei does too, but it's weaker into the Dragapult and the Urshifu. So I'm gonna go with Chien. Chien is like Focus Sash is just so good. Focus Sash is such a good item on this one. We threatening a lot of damage here. What is the worst Dragapult can do? Dragon Darts? I'm just gonna just fake out the Willowbone so I don't get hit with a Woodhammer. Oh yeah, Woodhammer plus U-turn would have been enough to KO me. I expect Willowbone to switch back out in the Dragapult. I'll go for Hyper Voice here and a knockoff. I could Tera Incineroar into grass here. I could just save it for Raging Bolt. Thundercloud looks strong here. Oh, so you just really gonna sack the Rilla? Okay. Okay, but now we just get a double KO next turn. Just gonna Thunderbolt this slot. Knock off Willowbone. He does have a Tera. He's still not switching out Willow. Oh, your Poison Tera. Should I have... Should I have Tera? If he survives with a Smidget, I probably should have Tera. It's his special attack boosted though. Yeah, it's still not enough for him to survive. Okay, so I could have got greedy there with the electric Tera, but I am booster energy boosting. That's Thunderbolt coming off max special attack. Like that's still doing a lot. And Urshifu's special defense is one of his worst stats. Outside of like special attack, of course. Alright, so you're definitely choice band on Dragon Pulse. So how do you take a knockoff from Incineroar? The answer is you don't. Thunderbolt you and knock off. And then my Chien Pal should just close it out. I could have also Tera here to get around like an Ice Spinner. It's not really a need. This game's pretty much over. Yeah. Chien Pal can't KO everything. Yeah, we even survived that. Alright, now we just Thunderclap and Flare Blitz. And that should be game. Not any crazy predictions we had to make here. The only turn was that I probably should have went for Terror on Raging Bolt, the turn that Urshifu Terra into poison, just in case it was like bulky enough to take Thunderbolt. But I'm pretty sure he was just Mystic Water, and I don't think he ever actually survives the Thunderbolt. It's very powerful coming from Raging Bolt. Alright, that was a fun match. Let's get into the next one. Alright, so we have a Dondozo, Tatsugiri, Gamora, Dragonite, Chien Pal, Entei. So I want to just leave Urshifu, Chien Pal, Farigiraf, Raging Bolt Entei. So the question is, does he immediately go out into Tatsugiri? Alright, he switches that slot, so at least you know it's not Tatsugiri coming in. Dragonite. It's a Grass Tera. Alright. This is really bad. Oh, but he sludge bound that slide. Okay, so at least we keep our Urshifu. I'm switching to Farigiraf. Tera. Actually, I don't need the Tera yet. Just gonna Ice Spin on Dragonite. Dragonite should go for E-Speed here. This is a good switch. My opponent is playing very well. I think Gamora switches out here. I'm gonna get rid of this Gamora. Yeah, it might break my Sash, but I think it's worth it. I think he's gonna go for Wave Crash and the Farigiraf. Playing against the Dozo plus Gamora is actually pretty tricky. I'm just wasting my Tera again. But as long as I get Dondozo chipped down, it's gonna be in range of Thunderclap. Yeah, it's gonna be in range of Thunderclap. Dragonite should come out here. I believe that's just bait now. I'm gonna Helping Hand Chien-Pao Sacred Sword Dondozo. Yeah. But now we got him locked in, so now I can Thunderclap him. And if Chien-Pao doesn't go down this turn, I'm going to switch it out into Urshifu. Because Urshifu is pretty much useless for me at this point. Besides, like a close combat, it's a Tatsugiri. Surf. So we know he's gonna protect this turn. Gamora really left his mark. He didn't even protect. Wow. That's impressive. I wonder if he's Choice Scarf on Tatsugiri too. He should never go for E-Speed here. What's Draco? Okay. Nice. That's a one-hit KO. Okay. Dragon Knight, did it go for Outrage here? Oh, it's Earthquake. Is this KO? Alright. But the poison does it. Alright, so I think a Thunderbolt into maybe I should just double Thunderclap. Helping hand. I think I can take one Earthquake. Ooh, okay. That was a critical hit too. That really wasn't strong at all. Nice, and we get the KO. Whew, this game is stressful, man. We found some way to play around it. Yeah, him committing to the Grass Terror on Gamora kind of lost him the game. Even though it looked good turn one, he didn't knock out my Urshifu, which, you know, like I don't know if the close combat always KOs the Tatsugiri, depending on. It was definitely Choice Scarf because it outsped me, so usually those are not running bulk. And I'm max attack, so usually close combat does one-hit KO it, so I don't think the crit mattered there. But him not being able to Tera on Dondozo, he might not even have Protect, because I always expected him to Protect there, but him not being Grass Tera on Dondozo or not being able to Tera into Grass really helped, you know, Raging Bolt be able to just remove it. But let's get into one final game. Alright, final match of the day. We have Annihilate, Farigiraf, Archludon. I think it's Archludon. I don't know how to really pronounce it. Incineroar and Gastrodon. So he has a contrary user over there. I think this is the game for Fire Tera Entei. Chien. Farigiraf stops a fake out, but it doesn't do much else here. I want Raging Bolt and Urshifu. Yeah, Urshifu. He should bring Gastrodon since I have Urshifu. I expect him. He can't bring everything, right? He can't bring, like, all his mons look kind of like threatening to certain mons on my team, kind of shutting them down, but he can't bring all 6. Alright, so it's Farigiraf and Incineroar. Alright, so what I want to do is Tera Fire. Sacred Sword. fakes out Chien Pao, then I mean he doesn't. He's not doing anything in the Incineroar, so I think he might need to fake out. Yep, I kind of just want to blast. If it's anything other than like Dragon or Water Tera, yeah, he's just gonna leave it turn 1. Nice, and we get it off. This should be a 1-hit KO. Beautiful. So no trick room for your Gastrodon in the back or Annihilate. Like just nuking that thing just feels so good. I'm just gonna go for the same thing, Ice Spinner into Gastrodon. Let's see if this can pick up a 1-hit. I mean, finish it off. It is resisted, but I mean, Chien Pao's on the field. Ooh, it survives with just a smidget, but we burn it. So if he goes for anything other than recover this turn, he's gonna faint. Oh, he has a Sitrus Berry. Okay, so that does kind of help. We almost pick up the KO though, just a couple hit points off. So we do lose Chien Pao. So we're at risk at going down to after we do one more attack. I don't want to just close combat Gastrodon and Stomping Tantrum and stuff. What does he have in the back? I think I do want to just lock in a close combat. Okay. Oh, beautiful. If I would have just... I wanted to click Sacred Fire there so bad. I should have just clicked it. Not nearly enough damage. Alright, but I don't think Incineroar can beat Raging Bolt by itself. So if we take out Lurantis, he still has Tera here though. So he can fake out Incineroar right here and just KO me with Lurantis. But Lurantis should go down to a Dragon Pulse. I think Lurantis is more of a threat here. Oh, that's a good fake out. Oh, that's an interesting play. What's Tera in here? So hopefully he went after my Incineroar here. I mean my Urshifu here. I don't think he could take a Thunderclap. Nice. Whew, this game was scary. I don't know what Laurentius supposed to do there. I think we misplayed with the Entei. I think you should always switch it there. Because my opponent is very incentivized to switch out Incineroar. And we can always just KO Gastrodon with a close combat into that slot, right? So we should always just switch Entei there. Because just having it in the end game with some insurance against the Laurentius was always good. But we're still able to thug that one out and get the win. So we finally did get to use the Fire Tera Entei. We did pick up the 1K on Farigiraf, and we just fell short of KOing the Gastrodon. But that was a fun set of games, so let's get into a final review. 243. Alright, so getting into a final review with this team. This team has been pretty strong. I enjoyed it, and I'm going to rate it an 8 out of 10. I do think that maybe Normal Tera E-Speed Entei could be better, but this team, if you use it more than what I've used it, like if you just continue to play with it, there's going to be a lot of cases where Chien and Entei, you can really bring it out and go for those Tera Fire, Sacred Fires with Life Orb, and it's so powerful, it's hard to survive, and you literally have to have a Pokemon that resists it, and it's just, built to be bulky to be able to survive that. Anything else that is hidden for neutral or super effective is just getting one shot by it. The Raging Bolt was incredible. It's so hard to deal with. A lot of opponents, because this team is so threatening, it has offense all around. They can't always target it because so many other things on your team are threatening, like damage and things like that. So that's what makes it, very powerful. And I really do love this team. It's one of my favorite type of archetypes, where we have hyper offense plus a trick room option, and we were able to showcase, how good it is. The Incineroar set, it was amazing. Urshifu's Choice Scarf Urshifu continues to be good. Farigiraf is an excellent teammate for Chien, Urshifu, and Entei, just to stop like any priority from being able to sweep them, and also having a trick room option and scaring off Tailwind teams. Tailwind teams, while they do seem like they would be good into my team, because we have Farigiraf, they're just not able to function in the way that they like to function. But that's going to be it for a final review of this team. If you like it, go ahead and subscribe for me, because we're trying to reach 500 subscribers. And I would truly appreciate it if you all, continue to bring people to the channel so that we can grow and get that 500 before the end of February. But there is a runner code up at the top right, as well as a PokePaste down in the description below. And that's going to be it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, deuces.